This is Rawland's Overtones and Undertones. It's been really hot. We're in SoCal, and so tomorrow's session for Mannah Pariah is canceled. But this week, I scored this old Model 20, I think, Singer. Last weekend, you know, it was like an estate or yard sale or something. And it had like rust and stuff all on it. It was in a box of rocks. And oh, so was this. This is pretty cool too. Went back next day and got this. Cleaned it all up, and it cuts like fabric. Anyway, so I made a bag for my mom out of some material. I don't know nothing about. I ain't a sewer or nothing, but my pops would be sewing Levi's, and my mom would be going to sewing, making all kinds of cool stuff. Anyway, she was pretty excited. She said, "Oh, you should make a video." So, Mom knows. So yeah, so check out this. She was real. I guess this is like a really good stitch. And yeah, I made a bag. You know, I did that because I did it. And this is an old poncho liner that Deborah Lynn gave me. Thank you, Deborah Lynn. But you know, it's been worn through. It's torn from the inside out or outside in, however it works. But you know, so I don't know. This thing is cool. I cleaned it up, and it works. Works really good. It was in a box of rocks. It was in a box of rocks. I looked it up, and they had one picture. It was like this pretty much. And this is in as nice a shape as that one. I just oiled it up with some chainsaw bar oil. That shit works. I mean, that oil works well. Yeah, it's a thumb oil sewing machine. So I've seen the serial number. It's only got 5 digits stamped on it down here on this little, I forget what that wheel thing's called, but on the thing I looked at, they go down to 6, and that's 1877. This one has 5 numbers, so the way it looks to me is it might be older than 1877. But it works really cool. I just put a thing, had some thread, because, you know, I tear clothes. I always been rough on everything, so I'd stitch them by hand. And so I had this thread, and I just stuck it on there with the straw. You know, we always got straws laying around. and yeah, and I found this clamp, and I just clamped it onto this bench, and this thing relaxes, you know. So I just got this, grabbed this, it was just laying there, stuck on there, to kind of help me. And then, see, so this is what it does. I noticed the trick, not a trick, but it's real important to make sure that it gets pulled through. It's got the feet to push it through, but, you know, it depends on the material. I'm starting to notice. So anyway, so it go like this, you know. It just goes like that. Just kind of steer it. That's a good spot. And then kind of move this up. See, I got both sides. I'm doing it inside out. I love this poncho liner. My pops gave me one when I was a kid, and I had that for years. Wore it out. And it was so cool. Deborah Lynn, she hooked me up with this one. Wore it out. You know, but especially now it's so hot here in Southern California that this is like an ideal crash out on the sofa or wherever, you know, sleep when you can, and if you can. And yeah, so see, I got this. Now this thing right here does this. See that? It cuts like that. This does. And, you know, but I didn't do it on this. I didn't feel it was necessary, dude. I try to get the maximum return out of the minimum, you know, input. I'm not, you know, I don't like to do things twice. So anyway, so I thought I would share this, you know. It's pretty cool. Just got to feed it. See how that's kind of mangled up a little right there? Like so. There. I have this knocked out, you know, and then I just leave a little spot so I can pull it inside out. And maybe if need be, stitch the last part by hand or something. I don't know. not if I can get away with not doing it. I've stitched enough stuff by hand, you know, my boots, Levi's, all that stuff. I mean, my girl, you know, whoever it is at the time, it goes way back, but they always stitch everything for me too. But this is so cool, you know. It was in a box of rocks, man. Look, I went over this. I spent like 2 days, you know, all night, and then the next day, and I just went over. I scrubbed it, you know. I used a little wire brush, and just went over it because I had a layer of rust, you know. And then I seen a picture on the thing, and they had one. It was not exactly like this, but it was close enough that I had already figured out. But I thought the thread goes through this thing right here. But it actually goes like down and through the slit right there, and this thing's cool. It goes boom, ba-toom, 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 ba-toom. Yeah, and I just dig it. It had some thread stuck up in this particular wheel, and but I mean, this thing's in great shape. Still got the felt. It's got this felt base, and as you can see, and it's very relaxing, you know. And then go get on the amplifier, you know, play guitar. Guitar's for Mannah Pariah. And you know, raring and tearing to go. But this is, I don't know, gotta do what I gotta do, you know. I ain't trying to buy new stuff, you know. Even if I have money for it, you know. I like older stuff. It's made better, you know, just like me. And see that? It's pulling through. It's trying to bind up on those little feet. See that little feet right there? They're cool. They go, and they're sharp. I even sharpened them, to be honest with you. I went over all this. It's got this little wheel down here that it hooks the thing, and look what it does. I mean, look at that stitch. Is that a stitch for the ages or what? Look at that bad boy. Look at this. Deborah hates it when I do that. She does it. She goes, she's all cute. She's adorable. Look at that. Look at that. That's going to work fine, dude. So that's the inside I got to pull up. But I already got the majority of it done. This poncho liner. And since, you know, we ain't having a session, Mom said, hey, you should do a video. So maybe I'll go ahead if this is, I'm not talking too much, but I already am. I'll post it. So, you know, I guess I'll go ahead and conclude. Maybe I'll sew it all up and then I'll show that too. But that's what's going on, you know. Box of rocks, that, and this thing which cuts the fabric. I don't know if you can see from right there, but if you look, so you just feed this bad boy. It may not be the ideal location, but it is where it's at, and I don't have a problem with it. And just go like so. Check this out. Talk about relaxing. Look at that. Look at that. See that? Smooth as could be. Look at this bad boy. I don't know what it's called. Look at that. That's what it does. Look. Look at that. Is that cool or what? See that? So, you know, oh, and this thing, I don't know what it's called. Patented, USA, November 2nd of 97. I'm assuming 1897. April 25th of 99. I'm assuming 1899. And Canada, same thing. It's got all the different dates. Russia, April 30th of 03. I'm assuming that's 1903. This cool brass key right here. That's the way to do stuff. It's called the Gem, manufactured by H.A. Hannum and Company. Hannum. Syracuse, New York, USA. USA. Yeah, isn't this cool? Look at that. A lot of pressure on that. Like when this was in the box rocks too, and didn't know what it was, but went back the next day and it was still there. It was in there, so bought this and then just cleaned it because it wouldn't even. I didn't want to try to make it turn because I didn't want to break nothing. But I cleaned it all up, blew it out, and oiled it up. And this thing, it works great. It does what apparently it's supposed to do. You know, stuff is simple and it works. I mean, we're ready for a power outage, dude. Just be here by candlelight, you know, getting our stitch on, and whatever that's called, you know, it cuts the thing like that. So yeah, this is Rawland's Overtones and Undertones, guitars from Mannah Pariah. But this is the special in the closet sewing edition. Yeah, it's closet workshop or whatever it is. You know, gotta do what you gotta do wherever you do it. As long as it gets done, do it once. All right then, we're out. Stop.